this corner, we legit have the legend, the Georgie Town Warrior, York Morgan.
Damn. Rip in peace, Tio. Just so far behind in his time zone. His time zone is just so off. He'll never be here first. Like when we go live, the stream reaches, because Tio's so far away, the stream reaches Tio like 5 minutes after it reaches everybody else. So Tio will always be the last person to be here. But Georgie, Byron, Tio, welcome. Welcome in. What color do you want, Georgie? I like to see it NGL. A little teehee green, a funny purple, some haha blue. Hilarious red like my tie. A hilarious red. Let's go. Are you guys excited to see the epic finale of episode 3? The Clown Ussy. The Clownening. You can barely contain your excrement? Me too. How long is episode 4 compared to this one? Georgia, you imagine everything's long, so I can't trust you. In West Clownadelphia, born and raised. Clowning's how I spent most of my days. I've already got my next April Fool's stream planned. I just thought of it. Don't tell anybody, but it's a secret between us. Next April Fool's, I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna like, I'll name it like a game that you would never imagine that I'd play, and I'll put that up. I'll put that as the title, and I'll go live, and I'll leave it at the starting soon screen for hours. I'll just start the stream and leave. That Xenoblade Chronicles, that's it. That's a good one. Oh my fucking god. Just 5 hours later, just stop the stream. Don't even say anything. Just stop it. Well, hello everybody, and good afternoon! I'm excited for the new Mega Man collection. Bruh, I remember how they were like, they forgot one man. Someone made a tweet, and it was like, it was Mega Man, which is, I hated the network, the Battle Network shit. I hated it. Hated it so bad. Because it was really, really hard. But I loved the story. The story behind it was great, but like the actual gameplay sucked my dick. It sucked my dick and ass and balls all at once. All in this one disgusting cocktail. Cocktail. Get it? They had that, Pac-Man and Bomberman, and they were like, they forgot one man, and Rayman was just like sitting there, like eating ice cream, super depressed. I've never played them, so I can't wait. You're not gonna like it. I played the first Battle Network on GameCube. It might not have been the first one. That's the first one that I played, was the one on GameCube. And it plays hard. It plays rough. That game plays so disgustingly rough. I remember I was stuck in the beginning. I was stuck in the first stage for the longest time. The first stage is like, I think this is the first stage. And like you're in the internet and everything's on fire. And it's Flame Man. He's like setting everything on fire or whatever. And like, you know, there's no problem getting to him. But when you fight him, like, it expects you to like 3D dodge. Like it's expecting you to be on a 3D plane to like dodge these attacks that he's doing. And like if you get hit like twice, you're dead. Just twice, you're dead. I think it's that beginning part. Like you don't have any upgrades and you haven't like increased anything at that point. So like you just get mulled over by like the first like 3 bosses until you're able to explore and get more upgrades to have more health and stuff. It was a hard game. It was one of the harder games that I played when I was a kid. I think if I played it now, it'd probably be easy. If you know about the show, you'll know a lot more in the game. Because the cartoon was like, the whole big thing was, you know, Program Advance. When he'd be like, Cyber Sword, Battle Chip in, download now. He'd do Cyber Sword, Wide Sword, and Long Sword. And then he'd get a giant sword out of those 3. And if you watch the cartoon, then you know that like you can mix and match stuff to make bigger attacks, but it doesn't always work. Sometimes you just mix together attacks. But that Program Advance was only good for bosses. That's it. Anything else, it was worthless. But like for a boss, it would take like half of their health away. And if you watch the show, you'll know like all the other ones because they talk about it in game, but they're like, I think they're like really cryptic about it. So just remember that. Cyber Sword, Long Sword, Wide Sword. I used to have toys for that show. They had a really, really cool game for it. It was like Tamagotchis. It was a little wristwatch thing. Or it was like a whole band that you put on your wrist. And you would actually buy the chips and you'd fight people, but they were like Tamagotchi graphics. It was really fun. That was actually really, really fun. Like if they had made that like a next level thing, like with like, you know, more graphics, more like playability, that shit would have been fucking wild. That was wild for its time. And I remember they had laser tag guns, like that you could take home. It had like a little dome on the top that you had to shoot. But I think it was called like Easy Laser or something like that. We had like 4 of those laser guns. That shit was fun. I still don't understand. There's a grenade button in that game, and I don't know how it works. I have no idea how it works. But it'd be cool if like you could like have that and put on like some glasses that would show you where the laser is traveling, because that was the big problem, is we never knew. Like, we know when we hit somebody, but like when you use like the grenade part, you could switch to like a grenade and shoot it, and it would take time to explode, but you never know where it was. Like, you would just have to get lucky and hit somebody and be like, oh, I guess I landed it. The laser was easy because you just aim and shoot. But yeah, I would totally play that again if I could find that that laser tag gun. But yeah, so here we are on episode 3 of Turnabout Big Top. Yeah, I think this will probably be the last stream of this episode, and then I think there's, well, Georgie said the next case is the last case, so there will be one more episode of that. At least it's not 5. I was worried there'd be 5. It's like these cases are going on forever. This third case, my only issue with this third case is I feel like it's faux long. It's not actually this long. In all of Phoenix Wright 1, I felt like all the stuff was actually like a long case, you know, for reasons. Like, you know, because of this, and this, and we were getting there slowly. This is the only episode I've seen so far that feels like they were hiding people just to stretch it into more parts. This could have ended at part 3 if we'd met Acro and Bat earlier. But if they just stretched it for no reason, because there's no reason that Acro and Bat wouldn't have been taken in for questioning or otherwise, and it'd just be like randomly unless they were holding them out for a new part. So it's the only episode that's made me feel like this. So I like it, but it's not. This isn't my favorite. December 30th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5. My favorite defendant lobby. Good morning, Max. Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties. Man, look at all that sweat. I bet Georgie would be licking that sweat off of this man's face. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. That's not a glass, bitch. That's a carton. Regina! How fabulous! My sweetie pie princess! You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So, what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end. It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? Nani? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous! Enjoy yourself out there! Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to ya! Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo! How low can you go? Mo? Top of the morning to you, governor! Top of the morning? That's the ticket! Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. I mean, I'd love to see him fly in the courtroom. 50K to make Dylan play a shitty game or get 2 stickers. So I've decided, Dom, that if I ever play shitty games again, I will. If they're really bad, I'm not gonna play all the way through them. Like, I have it in there that I played for a day, but I'm just like too stubborn in my head. I will. If I play a shitty game, bro, it's gonna be one day. You'll get a couple hours. Tio, yeah, and Tio just redeemed a game, so that's on cooldown. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Oh my, Thanks. So, how are you today, Wright? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm gonna face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today, we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yeah, that's why I brought her to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people being happy after someone dies. Everyone has to be depressed, like me, Mo the clown. That's wild, Mo. That's actually wild, Mo, that you would just... Why? What's the... Hold on a second. What's the point? Why? Why would he do that to her? Like, let her believe that her father's a star. Why would you take that from her and force her to be miserable about her father being gone? That's so shitty. I mean, that's fair. One guaranteed stream, maybe more if you don't hate it. That's true. Yeah, that should be the drive to pick a good game. That I'll keep playing. Also, for some reason, Twitch set my default to 160p for viewing streams. Damn. No, that's just what I stream at. I stream at 160p. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution's ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Miss Von Karma. You may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We've discovered a new witness, or shall I say a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Order! Order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. It usually happens whenever Phoenix is involved in a case. Some crazy shit, honestly. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor Gumshoe. Very well. Please call your witness to the stand. Damn. Are they gonna call Acro to the stand? My man's stuck in a wheelchair. That's rude. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Berry Big Circus. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you'll see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. Alright, homie. What I witnessed? It was just after 10 p.m., and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. I would never mistake that ass. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. Did you see the picture of him in bed? He had his legs up. He had his legs curled up. Motherfucker. He's not paralyzed. He's full of shit. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there's very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the night sky. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did.
Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony?
In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened.
Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Let's go. Let's Amber Heard this motherfucker. It was his brother. It was Bat. It had to have been. Bat's not in a coma. He's faking it.
It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed.
Resting in your bed, huh? How can you do that if you can't use your legs? One would thus assume that you had the lights turned off in your room, correct?
That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? Birds. I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. Haha! Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers, if you know what I mean. Oh, God, Daddy!
The witness will proceed with his testimony. Heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Your room is on the 3rd floor, right?
Yes.
And you said that you were resting in bed.
That is correct.
But you were still able to hear a sound from outside?
I was indeed.
Pressing Acro doesn't seem to get results. Maybe something was contradictory in what he said just now. I'll go back to it.
What's the matter, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction, I should tread lightly. Saw someone flying by my window. Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin, or perhaps a large action figure.
Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible.
You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testify to the truth and only the truth, just as if we were there with you that night.
I believe it was a human.
Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. I wonder if Acro's statement jives with the facts. We'll get there, we'll get there. So we've got 2 more lines. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind. That's who it looked like. The light in your room was turned off then, right?
That's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window.
The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window.
So if I'm to believe this is facing forward, that is on the left side of his hat. And this is on the right side. So I wonder if that's something. So well, if it was on the left side, he would. So no, that's accurate. Because if he was facing away and it's on the left side, it would be there. Okay. Trying to see if there's anything in this picture I should know. If he saw him from behind, he wouldn't have seen the roses either, and there are no roses. Oh, what if it's the bust? What if he, like, used the bust or something? Huh. Okay.
But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica.
The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony.
To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming.
When did you start thinking that what you saw wasn't a dream? That's not important. I believe that the prosecution has done a bit of maintenance on the witness's memory.
Just to make sure, let's ask the witness.
Oh! Objection.
Sustained.
Don't sustain that! Acro must be lying about what he saw, right? Of course he is. Now the challenge will be to expose his lies in court.
Well, put the pedal to the metal, Nick.
Okay, so let's save here. So here's the thing. So around that time I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Your room is on the 3rd floor, and you said that you were resting in bed. Yes. You were still able to hear a sound from outside. I was indeed. So I don't think there's any contradiction there. He would have heard a sound. A few minutes later, I saw someone flying by my window. Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin or perhaps a large action figure. Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible. I believe it was a human. So there's no, I don't think there's anything there either. It's got to be in the one with the picture. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. The light in your room was turned off then, right?
That's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window. The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, it is on the left side. So if it was from behind, it would still be on the left side. Okay, we got the hat, we got the fucking cloak, yeah. Bottle, map of the circus, box pepper, photo of Max's award ceremony. I think whoever did this is using that bust to disguise themselves. Or to disguise it as Max. Like, that would make a lot of sense. Because this doesn't have roses on it. Does he not have his roses at the... He does have the roses there, but his bust does not have those roses. So I think that's what that is. I think that's what it ends up being. We'll probably get to that later, but this is the bust was probably used as a disguise. That's why it's missing. Let's see if there's anything else. Honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses in the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. See, I'm not sure... I'm not even sure if I could press this either. Because, like... What... He saw the same things everyone else saw. And... Maybe there was something fishy with his latest business testimony. So, that would probably be, like, the only one that I can press right there. And then he thought he was dreaming. I don't think there's anything to press there. So there's only these three that I can press. Okay. So my thing is... let's see the profiles. Brother, real name Sean Dingling. Bit on the head 6 months ago by Leon, still in a coma. So I think... I could take a guess at something. Like, the only thing I'd take a guess is probably just the hat. It's the only thing I could think, because the hat was at the crime scene, but, you know, the hat could have fallen off him when he was going up. Would this do anything? I feel like that's the only line I can draw from this. Documents related to Max's salary negotiations. He got an enormous raise 1 week ago. Of course, this last one. Light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window. The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see, but honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Do you see any of the other symbols? I saw the silk hat as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that person I saw was Max. Alright, I'm just gonna take it here. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence.
She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction?
You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat.
What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window.
Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night.
I can't walk. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me.
That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene.
That's the ringmaster's hat, right?
Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats?
No. This is handmade, one-of-a-kind model, made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means Acro. You've been fibbing on the stand, you fibber!
Order! Order!
As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking.
Are you okay, Nick?
Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today?
I already know what it is. He's covering up. He has a grudge against Max. Acro was dreaming. Acro is the real culprit. Jeez, he has a grudge against Max. Does he have a grudge against Max? Because the accident wasn't Max's fault from what we heard, so I don't think he does have a grudge against Max. Acro was dreaming. I guess it would be Acro's the real culprit, but I honestly don't believe that. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion?
Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of?
Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry.
Mr. Wright, are you serious?
Deadly serious, Your Honor. Ha ha ha! I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book.
Really?
If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary. He is staying rather calm and collected. That fucking bird was poking his face.
Mr. Tingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things.
See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you piece of shit. Phoenix is a poopy head. Oh my god, dude. That's toss, bro. See that, Mr. Phoenix, right? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice?
He did.
I'm going for it, dude.
It's impossible for Acro to be the murderer in this case. If that's the case, then it's natural for one to consider possible accomplices.
You don't say.
Not good, not good. This isn't going to end well. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. Oh, baby. I always get off easy. What? You must not have heard that sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. The sound of you falling into your own trap can be hard to notice sometimes.
Mr. Wright, it seems as if you won't stopping at Acro, but will be making other accusations. If Acro did not have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you.
I understand, Your Honor. Gulp.
Very well. Let's continue. Who perchance would happen to be Acro's accomplice?
It's Money the Monkey.
It's his fucking brother! You don't say!
Uh-oh! This is suddenly looking very, very bad. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. Wait. Oh, do I get to keep going? Foundation?
Yes, Mr. Wright. Do you have any proof that this person you've accused was indeed an accomplice? Oh, fuck.
What do I do? What do I do? Oh, fuck. I'm just jumping to the end of the case, apparently, I guess. I can relate to max salary negotiations. So how do I relate Acro and Bat? What does this say? You haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago, have you? I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza.
Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor!
This piece of evidence is lacking in persuasive power.
You didn't miss that sound, did you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You know, the sound of you receiving a penalty.
What are you doing, Nick?
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Do I really gotta... Oh, maybe I have to say he didn't. Son of a bitch. I don't want to back down, though. I stand that I think his brother isn't actually in a coma. But I don't think I have enough evidence to back it up. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not gonna sucker me into this one. Even though you just did.
What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself.
Order! Order! What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop. Won't stop. Dance till you're dead. All right, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, if this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. It's this rash on my bum-bum. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling?
I don't fucking know. What do you mean? Outside. Here. There's no way he was anywhere but exactly right here.
In the plaza? He was at the scene of the crime itself? You're right, though. A murderer would have had to have met the victim. Ah! Miss Von Karma, stop it! You will be quiet and refrain from striking people!
The witness could not have possibly left the lodging house on his own. Not to mention what Mr. Phoenix Wright just said. There was no accomplice, remember? Yeah, you're right. You think I could get another chance?
Wait just 1 minute. Don't forget about my proverbial whip as well.
You can't get a fucking break here.
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me.
I don't get this. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling? Fuck, I don't know where he was. He was here. He was in the very big circus, the big top. He was in the cafeteria, in the ringmaster's room. He was in his room. Could he have been in Moe's room? That's Acro's room. Pretty simple, huh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. He lowered himself from his room. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts?
What say you, Mr. Dingling?
My last name is Dingling. It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could get to the scene of the crime or be the killer.
This is the part where Phoenix, gets up behind him, grabs his wheelchair, he's like, he's faking it, and throws him out of the wheelchair. Dude just lands on the ground, he's like, bruh, really? You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Moe said that he saw Max, didn't he? Oh, I get it. It just clicked. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. He fucking conked him over the head with that's the bust. So that is 100% just the bust, and he lowered it and fucking hit him over the head, and then brought it back up to his room.
Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright?
What is it?
I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume.
How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet, and it's all you can eat.
Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here...
She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster. And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it.
Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's fucking go, dude. Are you fucking ready for this fucking evidence? I'm about to lay a thick wad of evidence on you, Judge.
I'm gonna present some evidence.
So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Barry? It's this! What's that? A picture?
It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture.
The bust?
It's quite a large bust. You might in fact say that it's bussin'. And because it is life-sized, it's also very, very heavy. Heavy. Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ah! See? This is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. His bust...
Order! Order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster?
A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it'd be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wheel a chair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust.
Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges?
Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close. Your Honor, I've been edging the whole time. And now I'm done. I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say? From the guy who probably did it? Sure, why not?
Von Karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled.
Why can't he see things my way once in a while?
Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems, however. Let's all be respectful towards him.
Thank you.
That woman will sink to any low to win a case. Why was she mean to the clown but nice to this guy? Acro's physical state. Ohio.
I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
Why did I ever become a lawyer? This shit's infuriating. We got a dumb judge, bitch with a whip. My dick is so limp right now. I don't even know how to feel. I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. I can't let her get to me. I have to focus.
I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bussin'.
Have you ever lifted up the bust before?
No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own two hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this.
Dude, I think that... Oh my god, that fucking fly is back. Are you kidding me? Money? That crazy monkey has lifted Max's bust before?
Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling.
Chat voted to let him love, so you can't hurt him. Well, just because we grant him love doesn't mean he has to stay alive. So what have you been doing to keep in shape?
Well, honestly, I've given up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope.
You don't say.
But, no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything.
Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I wouldn't lose either, slowpoke. I mean, neck. Whoa, 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 whoa. How did the discussion turn to me all of a sudden?
I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear.
Bustling out of the window would have been impossible. He's still landing on that same piece of foam over there. What a fucking evil mastermind. Alright, I'm gonna kill this guy. It's a nut! That's the most expensive nut. That's the most expensive nut I've ever paid for. And I'm divorced. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That laugh? I have never, ever heard that laugh in that level. What the fuck? Ah! Shit! Ah! I'm stuck in his ass! Oh my god. Dude, that could have so easily went bad. That could have went so wrong so many ways. Oh my god. The goose! The goose is loose! He's free! Nothing can stop him! What the fuck? No! What is this?
This is the lantern room. Aren't the blue
What?
The door is locked in 4. You've done well. It's not fair. They're basically good.
Bro, I should just keep this camera on. What just happened was fucking... I don't know how it does this.
Updating the database. When it stops, beware of updating the database.
No chance you're getting that prototype.
I had it.
Become one with the space.
This can't be true.
That was a wrong. And I don't know where it went. Wrong chat? Oh shit, squishy, wrong chat. I can't swim down. What did you do? What have you done to me? Why is this happening? Georgie! Georgie, what? For why though? But for why? Oh no. I'm Goose! Oh dude. Their fucking goose is cooked. I'm Supersonic Goose! So I expect it's gonna come back, but what happened was I hit it, right? Up here, and it fell. It fell onto this. And so I didn't squish it because I didn't want it to get bug guts on this. So I picked it up, and when I pulled it up here, it flipped onto my suit, and then I flicked it off, and it disappeared. I don't know where the fuck it went. It's not on the floor. Fucking got me, because I could have just squished it. But I didn't, because it landed right on that. He's just an innocent boy. He needs to go somewhere, though. I hate flies. They're gross. Literally just rub their hands together and throw up everywhere. And why is that?
Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window.
No way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. How long do you think your recovery will take?
You have to remember that my nerves are severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation. But it's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out the window below. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. If you accept the fact that I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there's no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point.
Hey, Nick?
Huh?
What if you turn things around? Maybe you think of it sort of like this. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense.
If only I could prove somehow that Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. Without looking down. If all you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all. If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there's no way that I could land a direct hit on the ringmaster's head. So that kind of makes your theory a bit fucking stupid, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? What's it like to be such a dummy lawyer? Acro is strong enough to lift up the bust.
The main problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head.
I wonder if he used some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster.
That's the ticket, Nick. Show them what you've got.
I have to be careful. I have to find something that fits perfectly with the case.
I don't remember us finding any sort of tool. But maybe we overlooked something.
Something he could have used. The box? Pepper. If it was hunched over, it contains pepper. We've used the pepper somehow? I'm so confused. What was Max's award ceremony? So, I'm thinking like map of the circus, this, made to order hats. So there is, if he used money, I was thinking like he could have like put something shiny on his head so that like money would show him, but then he would like hit money. The murderer, you haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago, have you? I have conclusive evidence what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. Okay, I forgot about this. So there's that. That's funny, I clicked on that because I was trying to click on this. So there's the note. There's the pepper. The box. I feel like these three things are crucial. Somehow, I don't really know. Like I was thinking maybe the box had something on it that was shiny. The hat has nothing reflective. There's like nothing else. However, lifting the bust looking out the window would have been impossible. No way I could have exerted a kind of force that makes it impossible to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Alright, I'm gonna save here, and I'll try, Is it? Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Okay, hold on a second. No, I'm not losing it. So maybe I have to press him and then like contradict like I did before. Why do you say it would have been impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there's no way I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick, what if you turn it around? If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow. That Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently.
Right. Extreme noses pounces on you. Ooh, you're so warm.
Hey, Squishy. We meet 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. So that would be it. Like, I don't see anything else that it could be. Do I gotta put it on, like... Why do you say it would be impossible? Let me explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bus, I couldn't see out the window below. Thus, there's no way I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Does she just say this every time? I could have used it kind of forcing my lower body, however, lifting the bust and looking out the window. Impossible. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. I suppose I could have moved some busted size. Maybe I gotta press it on the last one. What the fuck? No way I could have used it to force my lower body, however, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. What about the monkey? A monkey who takes care of Acro habitually gathers all sorts of shiny objects. Orange juice bottle that was found on the cafeteria floor. Employees of Max 3 famous symbols. Related salary negotiations. Time of death, 10:15. Blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. Boasts a small but strong cock. Found inside the wooden box, the victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. Photo of Max's award ceremony. It's gotta be this note! I don't see what else it could be. This note is the only thing that would place him there at 10 p.m. Or this box. What if he put the box there? And could... Oh, maybe that's it. I have a strong upper body. Oh, my legs work. The bus. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force. That makes it impossible for me to know the location of the ringmaster's head. Okay. I think that's it. If the box was already waiting for him there, and he went to go pick up the box because it was so heavy... Oh, thank fuck. I knew it had to be the box. Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? I don't have a license, so I can't drive. But you already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting.
Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright.
Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point is here, the wooden box.
The same wooden box the victim was found hunched over?
The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime.
I have to admit, your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean, if the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box,
there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim.
no! This is unbelievable. I mean, I've seen crazier things than this case, but I'm still going to act awestruck.
Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward.
So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Fuck! Jesus Christ!
The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. I think it would have been the weight. Both a small but strong... small, strong lock, 20 pounds. 20 pounds, soaking wet, you know. So let's see. The most peculiar feature, the size of the box, the contents, the weight. I feel like it's the weight. The contents were pepper. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift out this wooden box would have required...
Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out if you'd shut the fuck up and let me speak, Judge.
The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it?
That's correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool! Baka! Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?
I've heard what you've had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust?
Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
That means he had money to it.
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? That's easy money. That's easy money, dude. Get it? Easy money.
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Oh! Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all.
All right, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room?
The fucking monkey!
A monkey?
Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring.
So are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home.
Home?
Money lives in Acro's room.
Acro's room? With a monkey? What the fuck?
But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read a fucking book. Go touch some grass, maybe.
My, those are some very nice cards he's holding.
Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro. Money's a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bust back to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. I said order, Miss Von Karma! Where is the bust in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events, but let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Right. Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron! Sassy baka!
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Holy shit!
Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney who's beat me once already and my father. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony.
That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? It was the bust! You would have just disguised the bust, dude. Or he took his brother's fucking body back home. I'm gonna say it's the bust. He saw Max's Oh! I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question. Yeah, it does. Au contraire, mon frère! It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he didn't actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw!
How? How is that possible?
It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw was that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off the cards in the bust's hands. Idiot! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the bust.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to this case. Don't you agree?
Shit! He caught me! The one time this motherfucker pays attention!
So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust?
I don't see why that matters! Dude could have put it on him. Could it have been Money? Who put the cloak on the bust? Who put the cloak on the bust? Could it have been Mo? No. I think it would have been Money. But I don't see, so I'm confused. I don't see where this matters because if are they saying he dropped the bust and then someone put the cloak on it, or the cloak was on it at first? Because if the cloak was on it at first, why wouldn't it already be on there when he dropped it? So I just have to say Acro? I don't know why they're acting like it's somebody else. That's what worries me. The fact that they're acting like it's somebody else. I don't know. See, okay. Who put the cloak on the bust? I do not get how this is important. Was it the monkey?
It was his brother. It was Bat.
The ringmaster's old friend, a pleasant stooge of a clown. Okay. Like, if someone was trying to frame him, I guess that would have been... I'm not seeing this line. I'm not seeing the line here. Could it have been Regina? No. Could it have been Russell? No, Russell got hit by it. So were they saying that, like, he got hit by it and then someone put a cloak on it? So that's what I'm confused about. Because if we're accusing Acro of doing this, he would have put the fucking cloak on it. Was it Mo? It was Mo. And his defendant wear the cloak the entire time he was at practice. He didn't, but we already know that he didn't, that he didn't have it on him because he took it off when he went into dude's office. Fuck me. I really don't know. I'm so lost right now. The monkey? It was the monkey! I'm just gonna have to keep guessing because I have no idea. I really just don't fucking know. Who put the cloak on the bust? Who put the cloak on the bust? Oh my god, I think the fly's back. Oh, it is! It's back! This motherfucker. Oh my god. I'm gonna get him this time. I swear. Oh no. Well, there goes my spin.
Get this guy off.
Let's go Omega speed though. Gotta go fast!
I gotta sit this one out.
There's no way Peppy died that fast.
I'm here. I'm monkey food, but please.
Okay, no, I get it. I get it. Oh no. I'm Goose! Oh, dude. Their fucking goose is cooked. I'm Supersonic Goose! I am Supersonic
It's done.
Goose!
I got him. He's dead.
Guys, this is not a drill!
That fly is
This
officially
is
dead.
not a fucking drill! Ending the game just fucking right with the goose, baby.
This is the part where
Let's get
this is the part
goosey.
where the twist
Can I
comes
get
out
honks
that there's
in
actually
chat?
like two flies in
Chat,
here,
Can we honk?
and they were just like
Can we get a
tag
collective
teaming.
honk in chat? Wow. This is where they all perform, isn't it? Nick, do some somersaults. I'm not doing any somersaults. And Georgie, no, I'm not doing any backflips. We got it. The fly is dead. Okay, now back to this. Okay, who put the cloak on the bust? I don't fucking know. It wasn't the monkey. It had to be one of these guys. We already tried Acro. Wasn't Acro. We tried Mo. Wasn't Mo. So that leaves Ben, Regina, and Bat. And we already... And Russell. There's only 3 choices. The cloak of the bust. I'm about to just kind of go down the line, because I really don't know. No, it's not him either. I really don't know. Fuck! I can't even remember. Is it Regina? Oh.
Who put the cloak on the bussy?
Was it the dude? I'm so confused. I'm so fucking confused. Why does who put it on the cloak matter? Fool! Him?
You're saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry?
That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust? Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Oh, I remember. He put it on when he left the room. So it fell onto the bust when it hit him. How fucking lucky would that have been?
And what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself. Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint, anyways. All right. So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used the rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then, he attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window, directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. I forgot all about this part. I fucking totally forgot all about this whole part where they saw him walk by. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. So Acro was trying to get Regina there, probably, and that didn't work out. It ended up being the dad. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, you wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. The impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. And that is how the magical murderer disappeared into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you! Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he's come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Don't forget the power of my dick, a gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. But there's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get out of this jam. That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. The pepper! It all comes back to the pepper! I don't fucking know. I don't remember what Mo said yesterday. Oh my goodness. I didn't know I had to play this whole fucking case through in one day to be able to remember everything. Statue, the note, photo of Max's award ceremony, the pepper, 20-pound box, small but strong lock, 10:15 p.m. The lion, the monkey, the witch in the wardrobe, map of the circus, orange juice bottle was found broken on the floor, poster, the papers. The door has a symbol of Max Fabulousness found at the crime scene. It's my attorney badge. Always has been. Bronze statue taken from the cafeteria before the crime. I really don't know what I'm trying to show here. Fuck, I'm so lost. The contradiction in Mo's testimony, I wish I could, like, see a transcript or, like, pull something up to see. I might look it up, what Mo said, because I don't remember what he said yesterday. Like, I do not have that type of memory on me, buddy. The trick. I wish I get them to repeat what they said, too. I think I'm just gonna guess something. I'm just gonna guess something for now, so I can have them repeat what they said. Grand Prix photo. Could it be this? I'm gonna try to show him this. Is that not it? Try again. Alright. If they had been silent for 2 more seconds, I would have screamed. Nick, they say they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. But there's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. So, Mo's eyewitness account. What I remember, it's that Mo saw him standing there, and Mo saw him standing there. He saw everything but the roses, which is explained because the cloak is backwards. Fuck. I really don't know. I'm probably gonna have to reload after this. What? The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
Yesterday there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just present explains all of these contradictions. You fool! Do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday? He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bus.
Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of.
Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction?
Remember what the ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Yeah. It's on backwards. Of course I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Ah! Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses weren't visible because they were on the back side of the bust.
Order!
Order!
This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. There's gonna be another section after this. There's gonna be another investigation after this. Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind?
What is it?
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. I've already figured that out. He thought it was Regina. Thus, there's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive.
It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Very nice, yeah.
I fucking knew it, dude. So I just have to Nancy Drew and make wild accusations till something sticks. Yeah, that's what I did. Wright is legit right. It's the hat, right? Oh, it might be the picture as well. No, white roses. Okay, so maybe the hat. Out of context, that makes no fucking sense to me. Yeah, I feel bad that I'm like kind of like gotta fumble through it all. I got a feeling that his brother's not actually in a coma. I just feel like that's the wackiest thing that's going to happen. His brother's not really in a coma, and he tried to kill Regina. Ooh. December 30th, 2:17 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5.
I can't believe it. Acro?
It's pretty shocking, isn't it?
It definitely is. And to think he's always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated?
Ahem. Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did?
Psst, psst.
But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know?
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why...
Hey, pal! You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence?
Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways.
Now, Detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk.
How about a card trick, Detective?
Ho! Well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it?
Here you go.
Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room.
Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
That's why she can go fuck herself.
Huh?
Look, the tales are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set in motion.
Final plans?
Uh-huh. That reminds me. I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing's ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here.
What did he mean by that? The very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me.
Oh, one more thing! Jesus Christ, don't scare me like that! Looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant.
What, for me?
It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk for me? December 30th, 2:27 p.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Wright flips man out of wheelchair. He's faking it! Wright flips man in coma out of hospital bed. He's faking it! Wright flips murder victims off morgue slab. He's faking it. That's what I would do. That's exactly... His brother transferred his soul into money. Oh my god. Well, we have a Magatama that lets us see people's souls, so I don't see that being out of the question, dude.
Court is now back in session, and session is the name of my butthole. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Gulp. Georgie on Saturday night.
When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I was the Robin of my day. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. And rippling. Look at those biceps, those pectorals. I could cut cheese on that.
You're supposed to say cut meat. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem.
I'm still thinking about those cum gutters. You're absolutely right, though. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there?
Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Part 4, 2. Of course I'll cross-examine, bitch. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness, motherfucker. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness.
Penis. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. Wow, what are you, Batman? We? Yes, my brother Sean and I.
What? You have a brother?
How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us, because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Very Big Circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot, and I think someone's pressed it.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh!
No crying in court. Let's keep going.
The witness may proceed with his testimony.
That's when the ringmaster of the Very Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother, all rolled up into one man with a sexy mustache. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know. He seems like a nice guy. Which is what makes this so difficult.
So then how long have you been a performer?
I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dinglingberries. It's nearly a household name. That's a copy of Ringling Bros, and they're cancelled. I've even heard of them in Germany. Lying piece of shit! The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus.
You are truly a remarkable young man.
The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. Why doesn't he look at me like that? I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster?
Holy shit!
How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard.
No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life.
Did she just whip the case? Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk.
I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it's pretty unlikely.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead?
I can't, because he didn't want the ringmaster dead.
Nick?
Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the Ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the Ringmaster at all.
Shit!
Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness. Did you not? I believe it was, "This is the real killer of Russell Berry, Ringmaster." If you want to jump to the end of things, then yeah, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro, you didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot wasn't the Ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with.
Nani? Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack the shit out of anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Stab them in the butt if you will. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to this court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Regina Berry?
This young girl is the Ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, "You're wrong." That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... Shit! I can't speak anymore!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself.
Huh?
And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl.
So, I don't know if it was Leon or his brother. Is that it? Is that true? You're not gonna fool me, Mr. Phoenix. These two are finishing each other's sentences now. Son of a bitch! What? That's gotta be it. It's for his brother. It's for his brother. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. Okay, it's probably the note then. Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the Ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat? How did the police miss that?
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, "To the Murderer." Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note?
Yes, but there's one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the Ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry!
Bailiff, start killing people, now!
It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. It's a game theory. Thanks for watching. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the Ringmaster, saw the note? That's correct. The Ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina.
That's incredible!
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today. Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was.
I've got it! I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina in the plaza!
And that's when he let the bust fly.
Hey, Nick.
Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, if you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. It's the pepper. It's the pepper. The pepper made the lion sneeze. And that's why he, like, smiled when he bit him, because he was about to sneeze. Yes, what about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry's a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note?
The incident 6 months ago. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I'm more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron! Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start with what happened 6 months ago.
Really, Nick?
I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is gonna think I'm bluffing. It's the pepper. It's the pepper.
The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago actually is the pepper! Hmm? Achoo! 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 Ah! Stop whipping me! I'm allergic to whips!
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion, for the love of fucking Christ! Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Barry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Barry's intended victim? With the pepper? Bruh. Was it Bat? I can't remember. I can't remember all that stuff. It had to have been him. I mean, he was the victim, right? It says... Bit on the head. He had the bite of 87.
Who is this?
That's Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead? Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother's dead.
Regina, she did that to him?
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Barry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I see.
Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat is actually an accident? I don't know. Is Regina really the ultimate villain here? Did Regina actually try to kill Bat? Oh my god, I really gotta think this through. So, Regina's been playing this naive girl this whole time. So, based on what I've talked to her with, she is naive, so naive that she didn't even realize, like, I don't, oh, fuck, dude, this is tough. I don't think it was an accident. I mean, everyone was there. And Acro, like, sent the pepper. I kind of believe Acro. He's an honest guy. Like, as much as he's lying about killing dude, he's probably trying to stay out long enough to kill Regina. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being. But Regina's responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat! Nick, you sure you want to go with that? Huh? How exactly does this evidence prove the reason Leon bit Bat? You don't think that there's something better you should present? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Damn, he's just done with it. Fuck, guys. Sorry, I ruined it. I like how fast that is. Compared to how slow everything is, a game over is just instant. There was definitely more than that. So let me, before we get there, that scarf saying there's blood in a small quantity. Oh! Well, it still would have been the pepper! Fuck you! I totally forgot to look at that. That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who was the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. Haha. That was like a sex joke. Like fingering. Like putting a finger in a butt. I surprise myself sometimes. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling, however. Lions sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. That's a lot of red. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! You've got to be fucking kidding me. This shit gets crazier every day. This is why all my hair went from my head to my fucking beard.
What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiots! Ha! It almost does seem like a terrible joke. Doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro! You don't mean... You can't mean... Witness! Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where's the bust? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof to be more precise. The murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but... Why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma Total Justice. I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. A Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. It's in Bat's room at the hospital. Ha 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 ha. It looks like you lack the final nail to put in my sexy coffin. But, what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Ah! Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust. Where is it now? Where is the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. Think crazy, Phoenix. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? Are we gonna have another... It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. Ah! I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness. Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. I'm sorry. I'm a bit nervous, and I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to— Oh, shit! Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? Why are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait, you can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up till now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well. The defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic. There's no room for a false step. Sink or swim. The only way through is forward. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now? Okay, so if I know anything about this game, it wants me to use the craziest option. And this would be the craziest. Somewhere in this courtroom, I can't remember, does he have like a blanket over his legs or something? Could it be in his wheelchair? Could he have it in his fucking wheelchair? I'm gonna do it. It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? He would use a blanket! This motherfucker! I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. A wheelchair. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she'd found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, 2 of them. 2 of them? Miss Francisca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. NANI? How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide it. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court, hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I
can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing.
Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me, make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime.
Acro.
All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way.
And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper.
I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times, too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What I'm truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So you're saying that you're a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. Oh my god. At first I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict.
Is Regina gonna interrupt? We fucking got it, boys! We got that not guilty!
This court is adjourned.
December 30th, 4:27 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to.
Many congrats, but only at max 1,000,000 of them.
Thank you.
What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Fuck them, I say.
Huh?
She's been like this for a while now.
Oh, that's so sad. Sweetie pie. Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina? Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? Are you really sure? I can believe that. Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Ah, shit. I want to get this one right this time. Huh? I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge. Okay. So the reason I don't think he wants revenge is because I think he wants to, like... My thought is that he's waiting for his brother to wake up. So he thinks his brother will wake up and he doesn't want to be gone when he wakes up. I'll go through it in a minute. Let me catch up. It's obvious. He's trying to slander blankets. Yeah, that's the real crime. That's why he's the real villain. Not sure whether to play this on PC or DS. Either's fine. I think the sprite work on the DS looks a lot better. It's the same game though. In any shape. This is just smoother looking. Good going, Mo. You have Regina blaming herself. Okay. So I need to prove to her Acro doesn't want revenge. Could it be this? No. I don't know what to show. My badge. It's because I'm a lawyer. Picture of the crime scene, a hat, papers, this. Map of the very big circus. Animal shows lion shot by the ringmaster 6 months ago before biting a performer. Animal force trauma, box, pepper, Max's ceremony. I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge. I'm gonna do Bat. I'm just gonna do Bat. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. Called it. Bat! That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught... Uh-huh. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes, and then until he can meet Acro again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? Ah, that's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone's sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh. That's quite the goal. Yay, I can't wait. Maya exudes Georgie energy. I'm just saying. Just super positive about everything. Loves everything, wants everything, and then perfectly despises very set things. Hey, Luigi, what's up, dude? Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max.
I've been waiting for this.
Hey! Oh my gosh.
I don't like seeing that.
Hey, Killick!
That's like my biggest fear.
Thank you
is
for the
seeing
raid,
nobody.
Killick.
So, yeah.
You get just in time for the fucking drum roll.
DRYC7. Derek 7. DRYC7. They're playing Majora's Mask. Go over and show them a little bit of love. I would appreciate it greatly. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I will
Killick, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for the raid. We just got to the end of, was this chapter 3, episode 3 of the second Phoenix Wright game. We're just concluding it. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? This is a fantastic look for you. I forgot about this. Yeah, I'm I'm cosplaying as Phoenix. Thank you. How did your stream go? What were you doing? Were you doing more Pokemon? Wait, you were playing Pokemon Revolution, weren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make Berry Big Circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry. Max.
Nick! It seems like everything's gonna turn out all right here. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm gonna order special whoopee cushion seats.
I see. What made the case?
Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off, just like you said it would, say. You had it all figured out, didn't you?
Was he talking to Edgeworth?
It was just a theory.
If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. It is! Dude, that's what I was saying. That's why he's the best magician, bro. He could throw the same cards over and over. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. There he is!
Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
The end. Got RNGs pretty hard at the end. Please, this is it. This is the last episode! The last episode of this game. Holy shit. Save my progress? Yes. Saving progress. Yeah, you know what? I think we could probably dip into the part 1 of this. So yeah, Killick, thank you so much for the raid, dude. I totally appreciate you. If you're new to Phoenix Wright and you don't want to get spoiled for this game, I wouldn't recommend staying. I'm gonna be dipping into episode 4. I'm not playing through all the games. I'm doing the second one right. I do them every once in a while, but I'm gonna finish this one and then get back to playing the Tales games that I was playing. But yeah, I put up a goal for doing a thrift store Phoenix Wright cosplay, and I got all this stuff from the thrift store. I spent like $10. I spent like $10 on the getup, and then the rest of the money I bought like prizes to give away with. Speaking of which, I guess now would be a good time to do that, huh? Yeah, this would be a good time here to do it. Give me 1 second. Pull the thing up. Here we go. So I'm gonna give stuff away at the end of the stream. After episode 4 is over, I'm gonna be giving away a couple of prizes. I have 4 prizes to give to people, and I just activated it. It's called Get Ticket. It's a point reward. It's 100 points. There it is. Whenever you redeem it, I'll put your name down, and if you win, I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll. Spin a wheel. If you win, you get one of these prizes. 1 per person. So you just have to be comfortable giving me an address to send it to, whether it's a PO box or like full address, whatever. Yeah, I'll give you guys like a couple minutes to do that before I like move on. And then right here. Doom, doom, boom, boom. But yeah, Killick. Dude, I haven't seen someone play that Revolution game at all. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I saw a little bit of it before I went live. But yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 people who have done it so far. I'm usually the only person streaming it. That's like every game that I ever play. I started using retro as a tag because like no one else is ever streaming the games. And people usually look more under retro to find stuff than under that actual game. Okay, so I'm just gonna write honestly not a bad idea. Rico talked me into it. Rico kept telling me, he was like, you could keep putting the games you've been putting, but like no one's watching those, right? Like, anyone who's looking for anything retro is usually looking under retro because everyone else does that. They don't actually like put the game. But I always, so what I do is I put the category retro and then I put the title of the game in the title. So if people do look up the game, it'll show up like in the title. I figured that would be the best way to go about it. But yeah, here's the cosplay. Got the this was like a $2 tie. This is a $5 blazer, and the pants came with it. This shirt I didn't buy. This is a shirt from when I was in high school. It's the only white button-up shirt that I have. I just never wear it, so it's still like in good shape. And I got this off of Etsy. This is the attorney badge. So I'll give everyone like another minute to redeem that get ticket if you wanna enter to win a prize. Here it is. Here's the badge. Cover my face. Look at how shiny it is and beautiful. Time for doggo walks. Have fun, Killick. Thank you so much for the raid. I truly appreciate you, my man. Georgie Org Morgan has given Dylan peace of mind. You always give me peace of mind. Absolutely. I always feel safe when you hold me tight. So I'll leave it up for, yeah, let's do 10 more seconds. If anyone wants to redeem that reward, get ticket. I'm Hulu, okay? Write that down. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Disable. I don't know what's happening, but I dusted off my PS3. I actually had to dust mine off so I could play Tales of Graces. I bought Tales of Graces and I had to set up my PS3 so I could play it. So I'm going to be giving away prizes at the end of this. Not the end of this stream, the end of the game. When I finish streaming the game, I'm going to be giving away prizes. Okay. So yeah, let's go a little bit into this last episode. I'm actually pretty excited to see what lies at the end of this. Farewell, my turnabout. Part 1-1, investigation. Now the moment you've all been waiting for.
Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Who will be our hero of heroes? Will it be last year's runner-up, Jammin' Ninja? Or maybe Captain Saipan, all the way from lovely tropical island Saipan? I see the students of certain starry school are managing to win. And global hero Onyokapan. We hope Lady Luck is with all our heroes tonight.
Dude, are those the Power Rangers?
And now, the winner of the 3rd annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix is me!
It's Piccolo! He destroyed the moon again. It's the Steel Samurai? The true hero of the night has appeared! It looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to this fantastic warrior. The Nickel Samurai! Too bad, Jammin' Ninja. Looks like the title eluded you again this year. Man, Jammin' Ninja, that poor guy. He's getting shit on. March 20th, 7:42 p.m. Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. All right, yes, did you hear that, Nick? Did you? The Nickel Samurai, he did it! Yeah, he sure did. I'm getting too old for this. Oh, shit. Oh, he's back! I forgot about this guy.
I'm proud of the guy for doing the series justice.
So the person everyone was cheering for? I guess he got the prize?
Yup. You know who we're talking about, right, Pearly? The Nickel Samurai.
No. Every Sunday I only watch the educational channel's Kids Masterpiece Theater.
Okay, that's it. From now on, it's the Nickel Samurai. All the kids watch it.
Do you like the Nickel Samurai too, Mr. Nick?
Nah, Nick's an old fart, so he's not allowed to watch it anymore. That's right, but I do like Kids Masterpiece Theater. Hey, I didn't know you were so young at heart, Nick.
Mr. Nick, you're a grown-up. You're not allowed to watch it anymore. You're supposed to act your age and have interests that match. It's very important.
Nah, give it a rest, Pearly.
Looks like I made the right choice in inviting everyone here. I'm glad you're all having a good time.
Ah, it's like a dream.
Too bad for the Jammin' Ninja, though. Last year, he lost to the Pink Princess Warrior of little old Tokyo. I thought this might be his year.
Yeah. Oh, hey, did anyone else think that the Jammin' Ninja looked a little bit different today?
Different? What do you mean?
Well, he wasn't carrying his bright red guitar.
Hey, you're right. Strange he'd walk around without his signature guitar.
I will never understand these people and their shows. Anyway, Mr. Powers, thank you very much for tonight.
Oh, it was nothing. I owe you one, so it's just my way of saying thanks.
Hey, Nick, come on, it's time to get going to the lobby. There's a post-ceremony stage show that's supposed to start real soon.
And then I heard there's going to be a press conference after that.
A press conference? Is he going to make a speech about winning this year's prize?
Well, not exactly. Something about the Nickel Samurai confessing something.
Confessing? Sounds pretty serious. Nick, come on! You don't want us to be the last ones there, do you?
Yeah, Mr. Nick, do you?
Why me? The show doesn't even start for another 20 minutes. I just want a nap. Hey, Mr. Powers, have you seen this?
I really owe you one. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know what would have happened. What you did, it was a real tight spot I was in, and you fought so hard to get me out. I don't care what happens. I'll never forget everything you've done for me.
Oh, what's that picture? A glossy photo Maya pushed onto me?
The Nickel Samurai!
Oh shit, it's Edward Elric! Bro! Let the man watch his theater. He's gonna reveal he tried to revive his dead mother. Thank you very much for inviting us today.
Oh, it was nothing, really. Guys like us don't get to come to a place like this often, so I thought I'd invite you all.
Hey, Mr. Powers, what have you been up to lately?
Well, since the Pink Princess successfully wrapped up last month, I've been on a kids' exercise show while wearing a rabbit mask over my face.
This guy looks like he could take on God of the Lion. Oh, I see.
I'm still really sorry about all the headache I caused you at that time, Mr. Wright.
Well, what's done is done, so let's forget about it. This is Will Powers. He's an action star. His popularity exploded when he was the Steel Samurai. And he was the first case Maya worked on with me. It's too bad you look scary, or people know you're a real softie who's good with kids.
Thanks.
I can't believe they're gonna make a movie based on the Nickel Samurai. I can't believe it either, but for a different reason. The Steel Samurai, an epic story of one hero in a desperate fight against his arch nemesis, the evil magistrate in the city of Neo Old Tokyo. Sounds just like a Shin Megami game. And last year they started a new series, The Nickel Samurai. The new series seems to be a hit with the kids too.
I'm really attached to the Steel Samurai as a show, so I was hoping that maybe I'd get the chance to do something in this new one.
Yeah, it's too bad. It'd been awesome to see you with the new actor, Matt Ungard. He's super popular right now and probably a fucking murderer.
Mr. Ungard?
Looks like Pearls doesn't know who he is. This year it's going to be the Nickel Samurai versus the Jammin' Ninja at the box office. Jammin' Ninja? Who is that again? So, who is this Jammin' Ninja? He's a hero, duh! His symbol is the bright red guitar he's always carrying. A ninja who's always carrying around a bright red guitar. How does that even work? That sounds like some fooly-cooly shit. Oh, it's acoustic. Gross. With a scarf around his neck and a guitar in hand, he rises to stardom in an ancient time. A ninja who becomes a star? Yeah, a ninja who becomes a star.
There's a strong rivalry between the two of them. Global Studios' Nickel Samurai and Worldwide Studios' Jammin' Ninja. They even air at the same time.
You know what I heard? I heard those two don't get along at all. The Nickel Samurai's on guard, and the guy who plays the Jammin' Ninja, I mean. The Nickel Samurai speaks French? Oh, you mean Man on Guard, the actor. I guess even the world of heroes isn't a sparkling, happy place.
Yeah.
We're about to see some fucking dead people. If I know anything about Phoenix Wright and the video games, it's when something cool is happening, you're about to walk into a room full of dead people. Wow, what is with this place? Looks like I've stumbled into Oz or something. Way in the back, there's a sign for the bathroom. Maybe I should visit it while I can before the show starts. There's about to be some dead motherfucker in that bathroom, dude. Compared to the flowers on the other side of the hall, these are much more gorgeous. Let's see. Record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers home would be hard, I think. To Mr. On Guard, from the Global Studios staff. Ah, it'd be nice if lawyers got flowers too. Something like, to Mr. Wright, from all your grateful clients. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Matt on Guard's room. Matt on Guard. I've heard that name before. Oh yeah, Maya's always yammering about him like the obsessed fan she is. Obsessed. Just like Georgie. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Juan Corrida's room. Juan Corrida. His name sounds just like a star's name. I've heard it before, but I don't know anything about him at all. There are toilets in each room in this hotel, but since all sorts of events are held here, there are bathrooms for people who aren't staying here to use as well. Perfect for people like me who can't afford to stay here in the first place, because I never charge anybody to do any work. Kinda crazy, huh? Sussy baka. Phoenix Wright and murder shows taught me where there's a big party, there's a dead body. Words to live by. Can I go to the Wait. Can I go to the bathroom? Hold on a second. Is there nothing I can do here? Hold on. Mute. YOLO.
Sounds like the post-ceremony show's about to start.
All right. I'm so pumped. I wonder if he's going to show off his special move today. Nickel Samurai.
Actually, what I'm interested in most is the press conference.
You mean that big confession the Nickel Samurai's going to make after the show? So what is it? Don't you know what it's about, Mr. Powers?
Well, I'm not the Steel Samurai anymore, so I don't have any idea.
Bah.
Sorry. So I guess you're all going to the press conference then.
Yeah, of course.
If that's the case, then here, take these tickets so you can get in.
Seems like the Nickel Samurai is to confess something after the post-ceremony stage show tonight. Press conference ticket added to the court record. Thank you very much. Well, let's get going to the lobby.
Looks like it's over this way, Mr. Nick.
Okay, for great justice. I thought she was going to say something else after that. March 20th, Gatewater Hotel, hotel lobby. Only a really gaudy hotel would have such a large, gaudy lobby to match.
I think they're going to have the post-ceremony show over there.
They're using a compact stage, I see. I'm all ready to use my special samurai power. Maya looks like she's ready to start a fight.
Your attention, please. Your attention, please. The Nickel Samurai's post-ceremony stage show will not be held tonight due to unforeseen circumstances.
Nani? Why? Ow, you didn't have to pinch me. Pinch yourself if you don't believe it.
We are asking for everyone's cooperation at this time. So please, stay where you are. This is a special request from the police.
Police?
Oh, police? Did they just say police?
Do you want me to go check out what's going on?
Wait, I'll come with you. Freeze! You two, didn't you hear the announcement just now? It just finished telling you not to move. That voice. I've heard that voice somewhere before. I don't know who the fuck this is.
Honestly, youth these days can't be bothered to listen to other people when they talk. Just the other day, it was a something. I fucking just said, beware, British alone, because what it is, think of the British, I tell the boy, it was fucking dangerous, and listen, man, of course it does. My fucking stepdad, fucking sucker, panini, baby! You and the dad, look, what's that?
This non-stop chatter. It can't be. Miss Old Bag?
What is it, you young whippersnappers? Do I know you? Wait, you! Your powers, ain't you?
Yeah, about what happened back then.
You didn't even get nominated this year, did you? Oh, that's right. You're doing that children's exercise program, trying to play nice.
Yeah, that's me. Thankfully, I still have a job.
I love that show, and you're a hoot. You're the big brother character, right? Even with your mask covered by your face, and the face covered by your ass. It's crazy how your ass looks like a piece of artwork. I just want to smack it and smother my face in them cheeks.
What are you doing here?
Look at my uniform and tell me you can't tell I'm a member of security.
But that outfit...
Annoying. Noisy brats. Get the blaster.
She did it. Hey, Miss Oldback, what do you think of this?
These eyes of mine are real pros now.
Pros? Pros at doing what?
At doing police work, of course, my eyes are like a cock. And my professional eyes spot a messy incident. A messy, bloody incident. That's why I don't have time for you meddling kids and your petty little things.
There's a gnat in my room now. Xfinity is cheeks. That's true. I'm gonna guess fart noises. Murder time, baby. Is the samurai murdered again? I don't know. I don't know yet. What is illegal on the other considered war crime? It will commit acts of horror in the name of an angel. And then Old Bag started blasting.
So then she started blasting.
So we can tell she's organic because you can see the breath on the glass, unless she's like faking that, which would be a very, very clever disguise for her. And I thought she wasn't human. Miss Old Bag, what are you doing here? What happened to your position at Global Studios?
Oh, that old place. Well, since that incident, they've been letting people go. When they cut the security team, I got the pink slip.
You got somebody's car?
I didn't do nothing, youngin'. Don't you remember that incident a year ago, when this lady got on the witness stand and testified?
Yeah?
And you, weren't you the one who was bullying me, this fragile girl at heart?
I plead the fifth.
But you know, I think maybe I rubbed the upper management the wrong way by testifying. Yeah, that has to be it. Everything's your fault.
Me?
I thought about being a bodyguard at first, after being handed old Pinky.
You? A bodyguard?
For your friend, that fiery, good-looking guy with the red jacket and the ruffles.
Mr. Edgeworth?
But
that sort of arrangement would be entirely too troublesome for me.
That's what he said to me. What did I ever do to deserve that?
So did something happen?
I don't have all the details, but it looks like another one of those incidents happened again. An incident? Like a murder kind of incident?
Maybe. You see, I'm a bit of a devilish woman, if you couldn't tell. So wherever I go, showers of blood are sure to follow. But you didn't know that.
Then shouldn't you quit being a security guard, at least for other people's sake?
Silence, whippersnapper. I love death. Now die.
Hey, Nick. What is it? I don't like that devilish smile playing on your lips. Let's make like we're going to the bathroom and check things out. No way. The police told us not to go anywhere, remember? Huh? How boring. You're such a boring guy. You've got no motivation, no spirit.
Huh? What? What's going on? Are you giving Mystic Maya trouble again, Mr. Nick?
Not you too, Pearls. Please don't stick your little nose into this one. So listen to this, Pearly. This one time at lawyer camp, Nick... okay, I get it. Let's go take a look. Stop telling about the time that we docked. I knew you couldn't say no to me, Nick.
That's right. You'd walk over miles of hot coals for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you, Mr. Nick?
That would be every time we work a case together. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go already. You can come along too, Pearly.
Goody! I get to come! I get to come!
That's me. That's me. I react the same way. March 20th, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. There's nothing really out of the ordinary here.
Are you looking for the incident that the old lady was talking about?
Doesn't look like it happened here. Well, we'd better go look somewhere else. All right, then let's try... Oh no. Is it him?
What? Are you by chance Miss Maya Fey?
Yeah, that's me.
You have a phone call waiting for you at the front desk. This is not a mask. This is my face.
A call? I wonder if it's someone from Karain Village.
What's wrong, Mystic Maya?
Oh, nothing. You guys go on ahead, and I'll be right there, okay?
Okay.
Right this way, Miss Fey.
Damn, that chicken looked good.
Let's go somewhere else now, Mr. Nick.
Yeah, okay. Wait a second. Jorky's right. Look, there's a lot of things. Jorky's a lot of things. And
A new
fucking
artist
right as
paintbrush.
hell
God, dude, that's
is
the
one of them.
20th paintbrush I have.
Dude, look at the dicks in the back. Do you see that? What is I wonder if you can see my mouse when I do this. Yeah, look at this right here. Look at this. That's a dick right there. That is 100% a penis. That's a phallus. That's a penis right back here. Hey, Jorky.
This is a little exciting and a little scary.
March 20th, Gatewater Hotel, hallway. I get people the info they want, which means that I've got a right to know. Nope, don't care who you are, pal. We're still investigating, so you can't go in. What's your problem? Just you wait. It'll be all over the morning paper. Scruffy detective secret scandal revealed. You'll see. I'll get you back.
Those two sound pretty serious.
That southern accent can only mean... Hey, Wright! Lotta hair here. Hey, Lotta. Come on, do a gal a favor and tell this cop I'm just doing my job and I've got rights. Are you? Detective Gumshoe. Hey, Prowl, help a guy out. Tell her that only the police are allowed here. This is the scene of a murder, so she should leave this place to us pros.
A murder?
Ah, shoot, me and my big mouth. See, I knew it. My gut instinct told me so. I always trust my gut. A murder, it said. And that's what it is. A genuine murder. We can't shake Lotta. Hey, wait. Yeehaw, a murder of a big star, no less. Oh, man. I'm in trouble now. So, Detective Gumshoe, a murder? Ah, no, that's not it. I got my facts mixed up for a second there, pal.
Mr. Nick? Is the dead person the Nickel Samurai?
I mean, I'll take it. I always did it with a triple jump. Oh, as invisible? That makes sense. Did the counter go up?
Yo, that's a fucking banana, bro. The banana glove? The coveted banana glove. Donkey Kong is shitting himself right now.
No,
We're in
it
there.
can't be true. Sonic can't be dead.
Goddamn police, even in space.
I'm to call.
Sonic reacted appropriately.
One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this is crazy. I just wanted to go home and lay down and have a little nap. Here I am in another crazy fucking court case. Lady whipping me, a clown on the stand. What's next? Are they gonna pull out a weasel to put on the stand? Jesus Christ, I'm sick of this Phoenix guy. I trailed off again.
Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian... I think I pointed that out to McCrip too. He was calling me a liar. He was like, oh, you're so full of shit, Dylan. That isn't there. Like, sorry, my wife came in. Huh? Why do you ask?
Well, Mystic Maya was rooting for him, so...
It wasn't the Nickel Samurai that got bumped. Actually, the Nickel Samurai is the one under suspicion of doing the bumping off. What? The guy that died was this hero named the Jammin' Ninja, pal. The Jammin' Ninja?
That woman with the big puffy hair that looks like cotton candy.
You mean Lotta?
That woman, she was there that time too, right?
That time?
When Mystic Maya did that channeling.
Oh, that time. Well, Lotta's a journalist, so that's why she was there.
Journalist.
It looks like she was hanging around here before the murder happened. Hanging around? Yeah, hiding and wait in front of the Jammin' Ninja's door, pal. But why would she? She wouldn't tell me, pal. Just said something about getting my big scoop. Scoop? What sort of news could she be after? So the victim was the Jammin' Ninja?
Mr. Jammin' Ninja.
He was on a really popular rival TV show called The Nickel Samurai.
Oh,
The victim was the action star Juan Corrida. He got a huge bush and rode the express train to stardom. I mean, even I know who he is. Yeah, even I recognize his face. But I heard lately that man on guard's been taking the wind out of his sail. I'm telling you, pal, as far as who's popular, those two are hogging all the limelight. I guess there's no space for Mr. Powers at all, huh? Poor guy.
Mr. Ungard. That's the Nickel Samurai, right?
Yep, I mean, no, you've got to say it with more oomph. The Nickel Samurai! Anyway, so now that Juan Corrida's gone, that means Mr. Ungard has the whole stage to himself, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't bet on it, pal. We can't have that happen, you know? What's that supposed to mean, I wonder? Do we just go back? hallway. Maybe I gotta look around. Examine. Present.
The Nickel Samurai, he really took the Grand Prix tonight.
Maya's a big fan of his.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry then.
Why are you sorry?
Man on guard was just arrested, pal. On suspicion of murdering Juan Carita.
Nani?
And I'm not a real fan of action shows or anything, but I know Juan Carita and Man on Guard are.
You can't talk about one without talking about the other, I guess.
They even debuted around the same time. So they have this real fiery rivalry with each other. Kinda like you and me, pal.
I never knew he thought of me as a rival. Why was Mr. On Guard arrested?
Sorry, pal, but that's not something I can tell you. We just started the investigation, so we don't want any leaks.
Looks like yet another Steel Samurai hero is in hot water.
Mr. Nick, if Mystic Maya knew about this.
Yeah, I know. She'd make me take the case. I know. What do I do? What do I do? Do I gotta meet up with Maya again? Oh, yes, I do.
Hey, so what's going on, Mr. Wright?
It looks like Juan Carita has been killed.
What?
Wanted! He's... It looks like he's been murdered, and a suspect was arrested. That suspect is Mr. Matt on Guard.
You're joking, right?
Nope. They arrested the Nickel Samurai on suspicion of murdering the Jammin' Ninja.
Oh, not again. I feel sick.
Again?
About a year ago, something just like this happened, Pearls.
I still can't believe. No way. No way Matt would.
Mr. Powers got in his hand.
Oh, before I forget, this is for you, Mr. Wright. I got this from the bellboy that came by earlier.
Radio transceiver received. For me? But why?
I don't know. All he said was it was for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney.
Oh shit, did they kidnap Maya?
Matt is the most energetic and active actor out there right now. The Nickel Samurai really sealed his place as a pop idol, but he kept adding fuel to the fire of his rivalry with Juan anyway.
Mr. Juan? He's the Jammin' Ninja, right?
He's a far-fetched. That's why he's got a leak in his mouth.
Those two would butt heads over everything they could think of. But I'd say that Matt was the one who almost always came out on top.
Guess some people only know how to relate others by butting heads like a ram.
Juan said that he'd take Matt on this time too, so he joined the rival TV show.
And that was the Jammin' Ninja?
The stylish Nickel Samurai and the burning Jammin' Ninja. Well, things turned messy real fast with those two using their shows for their war. And the final tally? Look around. It's pretty obvious how things ended up.
Matt even won the Grand Prix this year. Final win over his rival, I guess. Then why did he kill him? Mr. Ungar was going to hold a press conference, wasn't he?
That's what I heard. Even though, if you wanted to get technical about it, it was the Nickel Samurai's conference.
The Nickel Samurais?
Yeah, he was supposed to wear his costume and give the press conference that way.
He was gonna be in a costume? But why?
I'm not sure. They don't keep me in the loop anymore.
I was just wondering, where's Mystic Maya? She's been gone a long time.
Now that you mention it, I was only going to answer a phone call.
Maybe she got lost. I'll take a quick look around for her.
Don't let the child go, Nick! She's been kidnapped for sure. Turn into JonTron for a minute. Huh? I'm not sure. It's coming from this transceiver. Yes, hello, right here. Oh, dang, I wish I had like a scrambler. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? And you are?
You don't need to know who I am. I think you have the other things to be concerned about.
I knew it.
Mystic Maya!
Maya?
So, Mr. Wright, wouldn't you agree that the more important issue is the fate of the girl?
Her fate? Does he mean what I think he means? Maya, where are you? Are you hurt? Come now. Don't fall apart on me yet. This can't be.
Now that I have your attention, Mr. Attorney, I have a modest proposal for you. If you do what I require, then I will return to you your valuable item unharmed.
He's got my badge? He did not. How did he get my badge?
What is this called again in your fancy lawyer terms?
Kidnapping for ransom?
Yes, that's it.
This is a kidnapping.
Ah! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
My sight. Everything's fading away. Maya's been kidnapped.
Are you there, Mr. Attorney? Are you there?
How much? How much do you want?
Very good, Mr. Attorney. I'm glad you have such a good grasp of the situation.
Hurry up and state your condition, and then return Maya.
Money is not what I seek.
What?
What I want is a certain verdict. I would like a complete acquittal.
Complete acquittal? What in the world have you done to need?
I'm not the person you will be representing.
What?
You are currently at the Gatewater Hotel, are you not? And I know a murder has just taken place there.
Juan Carrito was killed, and the suspect is Matt on guard.
You are, as expected, quite on top of things, Mr. Attorney.
Now then,
What I want is very simple. I want you to obtain a complete acquittal for Matt on guard.
Matt on guard? But why?
He did not kill anyone. I can attest to that.
However what?
However, someone is framing him for the murder. A very smart someone who is setting him up to take the fall.
If I agree and do what he wants, can I believe he'll keep his end of the bargain?
You are, of course, at liberty to take me at my word or not. However, there is one thing you can take as fact. Right now, your very precious item is with me, in my possession.
Knock! Maya!
You have 2 days. Of course, tonight you will be in questioning with the police. But the trial is in 2 days. At that trial, you will win a not guilty verdict. Remember, you only have one chance. One chance, Mr. Attorney.
One? You expect me to get a not guilty in one trial day?
Yes, exactly. I don't believe I was wrong in choosing you, so don't let me down.
Ah!
Oh yes, that's right. Now that I'm playing the role of the kidnapper, I can't pass up this chance to say. And don't even think about calling the cops. Not great, but you get the idea.
Damn it!
Who?
Who the hell are you?
Very well, I'll tell you that much. My name is... Da Killer.
My name is These Nuts!
And then Maya shows up and she's like, haha, got him!
Mr. Nick, where's Mystic Maya?
She's been kidnapped.
No, it's all my fault. If only I'd gone with her.
It's not your fault, Pearls.
But it is.
Mr. Wright, I think we should tell the police what's going on.
No, we can't do that. If we do, who knows what'll happen?
Mr. Nick, what about the detective we saw earlier?
Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, that's it. Wait here. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll take care of Pearl while you're away.
What? Ransom? Shh, not so loud. The ransom is complete acquittal for Matt on guard. Wait, the deal is complete acquittal in exchange for Maya, you mean? This means that Matt on guard's obviously the killer, pal. No doubt about it. But the guy said that Mr. on guard is innocent. You really believe what a kidnapper tells you, pal? I guess he has a point. On guard really is innocent. Then why the kidnap? And on top of everything else, there's all this evidence we keep finding. Huh? The forensics team's having a field day back there. But it's strange. There's so much evidence it feels like something's wrong. There's too much evidence? Is that possible? Actually, didn't the kidnapper say something about a guard being set up? Anyway, looks like you won't be leaving here tonight, pal. Just sit tight and cooperate with the investigation. Tomorrow you can start yours. All right. Is there another way? We've also got to be careful about pushing the kidnapper the wrong way. You're right. Date. Time. Location. I wasn't even in a raid. I was taking close-up screenshots of my Final Fantasy XIV character's butthole. What? Ow, my head. Oh, shit! Where am I? I wonder if I'm still in that hotel. Oh, dude, look at all this booze. Oh, I'm gonna get so fucking sloshed. Wait, what happened to me? Nick? Pearly? Come on, you guys. This isn't funny anymore. I see you have awoken. Ah! Who are you? Me? I am known as the Killer. The Killer? You mean like an assassin? I'm too young to die. Don't worry. You are not my target for now, anyway. Ah! Nick! Nick, where are you? Help me. Yes, that's right. Only one person can save you now, and that is Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? What? Nick? Nick's gonna save me? Calm down and be a good girl. Think of this as a business transaction. A business transaction? I'm going to contact him now. I hope you'll cooperate and play your assigned role well. Nick. What's going to happen to me? Nick. Pearly. Sis. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerning yourself with, such as... I don't know, guy with a zipper face, kind of sexy. Guy with a zipper face is obviously a bad guy. Good morning. Morning, Pearls. Mr. Nick, come on, let's hurry and see on guard. Why doesn't she just why doesn't Maya just channel Mia and beat the shit out of that guy? I know Mia can kick his ass. We have to wait a bit, Pearls. Visiting hours don't start until 9, so...
Oh, I see. Mystic Maya, if only I'd gone with you.
Poor Pearls. She doesn't realize that she's just a child and she probably would have been knocked the fuck out or taken too. We managed to get home somehow, yesterday evening. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe gently holding her by the hand and leading her here. By the looks of it, I don't think Pearls got any sleep at all last night.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, she's all right, right?
Yeah, she's all right. Either way, I'm gonna save her. You can trust me on that.
Please, help her.
I'm only able to stay this calm and collected because Pearls is doing the crying for both of us. Shit, dude. That's crazy, dude. Maya's been kidnapped. There's been a murder, and also the craziest thing of all, the stream is over. I think it's a good part to end at. Let me just give myself the old double save. Yeah, we will continue this tomorrow. I don't think there's any way we're gonna finish this tomorrow. Honestly, I think I might do this tomorrow, and I'll do it Thursday too. I'll probably just do it Thursday. I'll probably just get this done this week, because I want to know, dude. I want to fucking know. Maya's been framed twice and now kidnapped. Yeah, dude, I probably wouldn't keep her around. Like, she's way more of a liability, as far as like anything goes. So let's see here. Who is streaming, motherfuckers? Let's go. Hey, who's streaming now? Oh my fucking god! Who can I raid today? Ooh, ooh. Hey, thanks for the bit, Mr. Top Hat. Good night, dude. So, yeah, that was the episode 3 was kind of meh. You know, it was a lot of wild stuff. Felt like a lot of just like wild things for the sake of being wild and not really like any value to it. It's probably my least favorite episode so far. Definitely out of all of them, my least favorite. Went on for way too long for no reason. But yeah, I have a good feeling about this one. I feel like this one's gonna be crazy. I like the wild stuff. Well, it doesn't feel like wild like it could have been true. It felt like wild like everything was just like really thrown together. It didn't feel fluid or natural like the rest of the cases. But thanks for the raid, Killick. Thank you so much. We're going to raid somebody today. Who's we gonna raid? Somebody today. Let's raid Tea Time Gaming. Oh yay. Oh yeah, they're about to start. Perfect. So we're gonna raid Tea Time. Been very lurky this stream. I just want you to know I enjoyed it. Thank you, Tio. I cannot wait for that one to be over. It'll be a lot better now. I didn't really like that one. Yeah, I'm not saying it was bad. Like, it wasn't bad. It was the worst. I think it was my least favorite. The worst of all of them. But, like, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, if I was ranking the cases, it'd probably be like a 6. It just felt a lot more tedious. So we're going to raid Tea Time Gaming. They're just getting started. They're going to be playing Jump King today. Which, isn't that the game where you, like, gotta jump a lot? Like, you just jump and fall all the time? That sounds awful. Oh my god. Ugh. But yeah, I hope you guys will have fun, over there. Yeah, we'll continue with this tomorrow. I don't really have anything else. But yeah, once we get done with this week is gonna be like cleanup. We're gonna be streaming afternoons for this week only. Tomorrow I should be getting the parts for my car so I could fix it. So we're gonna get through this. We're gonna finish Yoshi's Island, and hopefully this Sunday I can actually stream the speed run. I'm not sure. Something happens every Sunday where I can't do it. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night and have fun over at Tea Time. Show them some love for me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Bye everybody. Goodbye. Bye. Have a good night. Have a wonderful night. Have a good night, guys. Bye. Good night. Good night. Good night. Bye. Good night, guys. Bye. Good night. Good night. Bye.